I never thought being successful would make me lose my family. But sometimes the people who raised you are the ones who hurt you the most. My name's Emily, and this is the story of how I went from being a good daughter to cutting off everyone I grew up with and all the crazy stuff that happened after. My husband Jack and I worked super hard to get out of being poor. We both grew up with no money, left home when we were 18, and built our lives all by ourselves. No rich parents, no free money, just working really hard and never giving up. We're both working, no kids, living pretty normal, but spending money on what we love, traveling. A few years ago, I started posting our trips online. It was just for fun at first, but my videos of pretty sunsets in Greece and yummy street food in Thailand got really popular. Soon I was making a little money, getting free hotel rooms, and even some free travel stuff. It wasn't like winning the lottery, but it made our trips cost less and turned something I loved into a way to make money. I live really far away from my family, only seeing them on holidays, so they had no idea about us doing better with money. That is until my post got super popular. Then the phone calls started. First it was my mom Linda saying she couldn't pay her electric bill. It was a really cold winter and she doesn't make much money, so I sent $300 right away without even thinking about it. Tell me if you need anything else, I said. Then my brother Mike needed $500 for fixing his car. He was all alone, he promised. My Aunt Susan asked me for $400 to pay doctor bills. These requests seemed real, and helping them made me feel really good. I'd been broke before, eating cheap noodles and almost getting kicked out of my apartment. Now I could be the one to help out. But the asking didn't stop. They turned into something totally different. My cousin Rachel texted, "Can you give me $200 for concert tickets?" My sister Lauren wanted me to pay her credit card bill because she bought too much stuff during a big sale. What started as real emergencies became people asking for money every week, and Jack started to see what was happening. "They're just using you," he said one night after Mike called, this time begging for money for a new video game system. I said it was fine. "They're family. They do the same for me." Jack looked at me funny. "Would they? Did they ever help you? When you were struggling in college or working 3 jobs to pay rent?" His words hurt because he was totally right. When I was at my worst, not one of them called to check on me, but I still felt really guilty. We made rules. Any request for more than $100 needed both of us to say yes, and I'd only help Mom with real emergencies. The asking kept coming, but my answers got different. "Sorry, I can't pay for that. Have you looked into payment plans?" My family didn't like it. Comments started showing up on my posts. "Must be nice to take fancy trips while your family has problems. Funny how money makes you forget where you came from." Then came the really big shock. Mike's girlfriend Jessica called me out of nowhere. "We're planning our wedding," she said. "Since you're doing so well, we thought you could pay for it." I was totally shocked. "Like part of it?" I asked. "No, the whole thing. The place, the food, my dress, everything." I almost dropped my phone. Tens of thousands of dollars. "You're always posting fancy hotels and expensive meals," she said. "You can afford it." When I said no, she made a shocked sound. "But we're family. This is what family does." Jack was really mad. "They're treating you like a money machine, not a sister." I pulled back, only helping Mom with real emergencies. She seemed to understand, but things felt weird. Then during a phone call, she accidentally said that my cousin Tom had a new car bought with money I supposedly gave him. "I didn't give Tom anything," I said. Silence. After asking more questions, she admitted she'd been lying, asking for money for other people after I'd said no to them. My heart broke. The one person I trusted had lied to me. "No more," I told her. "I'm done if you're going to lie." The calls slowed down, and I thought they'd finally stopped bothering me. Then Tom, who has plenty of money but has 4 kids, called really angry. "Why aren't you helping your mom? She raised you and now she's asking me for money because you're too selfish. Step up." I tried explaining about the lies, but he wouldn't let me talk. Family takes care of family, that's what it means. I was really upset. Was I the bad guy? Had success made me mean? A week later, my younger cousin Emma posted a video about people who forget where they came from when they get rich. Family members tagged me in the comments. My aunt wrote, "Won't say names, but it rhymes with Emily." Other people liked it, added, "laughing faces," or wrote, "We all know who this is." That was it. I blocked them all. Every brother, sister, cousin, aunt, and even mom. I deleted them from my social media and my life. It's been a year, and the quiet is really hard. Holidays are the worst. I miss the crazy family get-togethers. I wonder if I went too far, if I should call Mom before it's too late. She's getting older, and I'm scared of missing her last years. Jack says, I did the right thing. They showed you who they really are. Believe them. But I keep wondering. These are the people I grew up with, the ones I love even after all this. Was I too mean? Then there's Ethan's story, a guy who got away from a different kind of family mess. Ethan left home when he was 16, running away from a really bad house, where his parents loved his younger brother Ryan way more than him. Ryan was the perfect kid, straight A's, trophies, everything. Ethan had trouble in school, didn't like sports, and never got along with his football-crazy dad. Sleeping on couches and staying in shelters became normal until he got jobs washing dishes and cleaning bathrooms. When he was 20, he met an older farmer, Mr. Thompson, who gave him work and a small house on his farm. Ethan left city life for open fields, loving the hard work and taking care of animals. 5 years later, Mr. Thompson died, and Ethan was shocked to find out he left him the whole farm. No kids, no close family, just Ethan now owning land. Life was great until a friend's party photos got posted online, showing off Ethan's rich family. Suddenly, his parents Carol and Dave and Ryan were calling him non-stop, demanding to visit. Ethan didn't want them back in his life, but he hoped. Showing them the farm's faraway location would make them not want to come. They showed up complaining about having to stay in a hotel. "This place is too big for you alone," Carol said. "Ryan's smarter. He could run it better with his business smarts." Ryan added, "We'd fire your farm worker. You could work for me while I fix this dump. Your fences are peeling. Your trees are a mess." Ethan kept quiet. The farm wasn't perfect, but the animals were doing great and he was proud of it. Their demands got worse. They said Ryan should get the farm, making Ethan feel guilty for keeping it. When he said no, the harassment got really scary. Lies spread through his small town, ruining his name. Someone tried to break into his house, only stopped by motion detectors meant for wild animals. Ethan got a court order to keep them away, but his family kept contacting him through fake accounts and friends. Letters came claiming they'd let him stay to take care of the animals since Ryan shouldn't get his clothes dirty. The final shock, Ethan's lawyer found out that his family was deep in tax cheating, planning to use the farm to hide losses. They were arrested, found guilty, and sent to jail. In court, Carol screamed, "You destroyed us! You're worthless!" Ethan hoped for peace, but left feeling shaken. Now he's doing great with his girlfriend Lisa, painting fences and making the farm bigger. "Family isn't blood," he says. "It's the people you choose." Next, there's Olivia, whose stepmother, Diane, made her life terrible. Olivia's parents got divorced when she was a little kid, and her dad, Mark, married Diane, who wanted Olivia gone. Diane controlled Mark's money and banned Olivia from their home, even when she ran away from a mean husband in her 20s with 3 little daughters. For 30 years, Diane stopped Olivia from coming to holidays and birthdays. When Diane died, Mark invited Olivia for Christmas and said he'd pay off her house loan with Diane's life insurance money. Diane would have been super mad knowing her payout went to the stepdaughter she hated. Olivia's story feels like good karma, but it makes you wonder, can money ever make up for lost years? Then there's a funnier story from Noah, a kid who loved maps, whose sister Ava learned a lesson the hard way. Ava, the only kid with a driver's license, drove Noah and her boyfriend to a fun park. On the way back, their dad needed the car dropped at a car shop. Ava put the address into her GPS, but picked a town an hour in the wrong direction. No one noticed. "You missed the turn," Ava snapped. "The map says this way." When he tried again, she shut him down. Stop it! I'm following the map. Noah, loving a new road, went quiet. An hour later, Ava hit an airport, realized her mistake, and freaked out. Why didn't you tell me? She yelled. Noah shrugged. You told me to stop. The hour-and-a-half trip became 3.5 hours. Their dad thought it was hilarious, but Ava and Noah barely talk now. Did Noah's silence go too far? Finally, there's Mia, who outsmarted a snack thief at work. Her chips kept disappearing from the office fridge, always. The same brand, probably taken by a coworker Karen who stayed late and forgot her lunch. Mia switched her usual chips with super spicy ones, sealed the bag, and waited. At 1 p.m., Karen's coughing echoed from the break room, her face red and eyes streaming. She snuck back to her desk quietly. Mia almost choked, trying not to laugh. No snacks have disappeared since. Was Mia's spicy trap genius or a step too mean? These stories are full of greediness, betrayal, and hard-won justice. Some say Emily and Ethan were right to cut ties. Others think they were too extreme, punishing even innocent relatives. Olivia's windfall feels fair, but can it heal old wounds? Noah's silence was petty, but worked, and Mia's revenge was clever, yet mean. What do you think? Were these people right, or did they cross a line? And if you were them, would you ever open the door to making up or burn those bridges for good?